Parasympathetic secretomotor fibers should go to lacrimal as well as sublingual and submandibular salivary gland. So this is the anterior cranial fossa. In that comes this is their orbit. And where is this lacrimal gland situated? They are situated on the lateral wall of orbit, right? Lateral wall of the lateral part of eyeball. Here is the lacrimal gland. So these fibers from the superior salivatory nucleus should reach this lacrimal gland. And how that goes there? There is no GPR system. You have to study that. Okay. So let us see how it goes. From these fibers to lacrimal as well as sublingual and submandibular salivary gland will pass through the nervus intermedius into the internal auditory canal along with the facial nerve proper, and they will go hand in hand up to the geniculate ganglion. Okay. And remember, these fibers has no synapse in the geniculate ganglion. Geniculate ganglion is not at all a parasympathetic ganglion. So this will not relay or synapse in the geniculate ganglion. The fibers destined till this point, these two fibers are going hand in hand. But from the first genu, the first turn, they are getting separated. The fibers going to the lacrimal gland and fibers to the sublingual and submandibular gland will separate from here. That to the sublingual and submandibular gland will go along with the facial nerve proper in a backward direction, and to the lacrimal gland it will go a separate nerve. What is that nerve called? It is the greater petrosal nerve. Okay, greater petrosal or greater superficial petrosal, both are the same. And where it is going? It is going into the floor of the middle cranial fossa. Okay, it is going to the floor of the middle cranial fossa through, there is a hiatus of facial nerve, hiatus for the facial nerve or facial hiatus. It is going to the floor of the middle cranial fossa here, and it travels some distance along the floor, and here is a foramen, a lacerated foramen. What is that? Foramen lacerum. Okay, one foramen lacerum, and it enters into the foramen lacerum. There it is getting this greater petrosal nerve inside the foramen lacerum is getting a friend there. What is the name of that friend? That friend carries sympathetic fibers around the internal carotid artery, and there is sympathetic plexus around the internal carotid artery, and that nerve is called the deep petrosal nerve. So the superficial petrosal and deep petrosal nerve go to another foramina here. That's another canal. Another canal. There is a pterygoid canal, right? So from the foramen lacerum, both these will go to the pterygoid canal. Will enter into the pterygoid canal. And what is this nerve called? This nerve? This nerve is called the nerve of pterygoid canal. What is the other name for that? It is a Vidian nerve. Vidian nerve. That is a Vidian nerve. And this pterygoid canal is otherwise called Vidian canal, and this nerve is otherwise called the Vidian nerve, right? And it reaches, where it reaches? What is this space called? That is the orbit. Below that is the maxillary sinus. Here maxillary sinus, posterior to the maxillary sinus, this space is a pterygopalatine fossa. Pterygopalatine fossa. And the ganglion, one ganglion is situated there, and that ganglion is called the spinopalatine ganglion, right? This is the sphenopalatine ganglion. So here our fibers will relay. Okay, so this is the ganglion for the lacrimal gland, sphenopalatine ganglion, and the postganglionic fibers going from there. And how it will reach the lacrimal gland? So what is the supply of lacrimal gland? It is supplied by the lacrimal nerve, which is a branch of ophthalmic division of trigeminal. So we can start from trigeminal. Our fifth nerve, trigeminal. Our fifth nerve, trigeminal, it has got V1, that is ophthalmic. V2 or maxillary, and V3, that is mandibular. Right? So from the ophthalmic, the fiber should go through the which fissure? Superior ophthalmic fissure. It reaches the orbit and supplies 3 branches. What are they? They are the nasociliary, frontal and lacrimal. Right? So that lacrimal gland supplies the lacrimal nerve supplies the lacrimal gland. So how these fibers reaches there? Let us see. I am erasing this. How you know it is orbit is there inside, orbital cavity. Here comes another nerve called the zygomatic nerve. Okay, and zygomatic nerve. And zygomatic nerve is a branch of maxillary division of trigeminal. And how it reaches there? This maxillary division reaches the pterygopalatine fossa through a round foramen. That is the foramen rotundum. Right? Here is a foramen rotundum. Okay. And through this foramen rotundum, maxillary, the zygomatic nerve reaches the pterygopalatine fossa, and it goes to the orbit through the inferior orbital fissure. So our postganglionic fibers will take the company of the zygomatic nerve and pass through the inferior orbital fissure. It follows the zygomatic nerve for some distance, and after that it quarrels with the zygomatic nerve and goes and joins with the lacrimal nerve and reaches the lacrimal gland. Oh, it reaches destiny, right? So how it goes? At the at the geniculate ganglion, there is no synapse for that. The 2 fibers for lacrimation and fibers for salivary gland will split into 2, and this lacrimal fibers will go with the greater petrosal nerve through facial hiatus, reaches the floor of the middle cranial fossa, and from there it will reach the foramen lacerum, and along with the deep petrosal nerve it reaches the pterygoid canal or the Vidian canal and continues as a Vidian nerve and reaches the pterygopalatine fossa, and there it synapses with the sphenopalatine ganglion, and the postganglionic fibers go to the lacrimal gland along with the zygomatic and also lacrimal nerve. Not only the lacrimal fibers, but some fibers going to nose and also to palate. Okay, fibers are supplied to the mucosa of the nose and also to the palate. That is why when you cry, there is also more of discharge from nose and also from the palate. Okay, all these are from the postganglionic fibers, right? And what happened to the fibers of salivary gland? How it reaches there?